I can remember gore guys, and I'm just those are real hit or miss because they're disgusting, but I can't turn away.
Oh, I understand. The movie Django was like that for me. Not exactly horror, but it's the most brutal thing I've seen in a while. You see that, right? Django Unchained.
No, I haven't seen Django Unchained. I've seen scenes from it.
Be honest, you're supposed to experience it through ears.
Yes, but when we're
There.
looking at horror genres, there are two horror genres I like. It is if we're doing the scary horror, it's possession. Otherwise, it's zombies.
Oh yeah, zombies are always fun.
But zombie almost, I know it is a horror. They're horror movies, but it basically deserves its own genre. It's a subgenre of horror because zombies. I know that there are people who will say you're reading too much into it, or people who deny the message. But zombies, at least when the modern zombie as it was created under Romero, has always been a critique of capitalism and excess and consumerism.
The zombies in the zombie movie are never really the main antagonist. Anyone who's played zombie would agree. It's satire on something human.
Well, I mean, look at his biggest one, Dawn of the Dead.
That's the way the mall, right? I've always confused the movies.
Yeah, it's a critique of consumerism. And then when we look at Land of the Dead, hold on.
Are you driving right now? While we're in the
No,
podcast?
no. Some asshole's driving up the street just honking his horn.
Well, oh, back.
Okay, anyway, if we look at his of one of his later ones, but that a lot of people didn't like because a lot of people fail to realize that Romero did a lot of zombie movies, and not all of them were popular.
Yeah, a lot of them were very spin-offs. I remember you trying to watch one together with me, but I disliked
Land
it
of the
so
Dead.
much.
That's where I was going with this. That
Is
one is an
that?
overt critique of capitalism.
Oh yeah, that's the one where they live in a mall, and the zombies know how things gone somehow.
Well, they don't live in a mall, but Fiddler's Green. It's like a luxury. It had the mall on the bottom, but it's like luxury apartments. And
Yeah,
the
I think
zombies
I
can
like.
use guns. There is one that he did that was, I think it might have been his last one, is Diary of the Dead.
That one I'm familiar with the name, but not what happened in it. I mixed together all of the deads together.
It's a found footage one. I actually enjoy it quite a lot.
Oh, that's actually unique. I found for the zombie one. That's fair.
I think it was him. Let me look. Hold on. Let me go to his filmography. Sorry. I know I'm looking a lot of stuff up, but we need to know. Okay, it's not the last one that he worked on. He was the executive producer of The Crazies in 2010,
Oh, hey.
and his last zombie movie was Survival of the Dead.
Okay, the last one I have heard of, but The Crazies is one of my favorite zombie movies. It's the most
I
accurate
mean,
depiction
it's
of A1 of an outbreak.
kind of not a zombie movie.
Yeah, that's true. He kinda just turned violent and weird.
Obviously, Day of the Dead is it Night of the Dead is the first one that's his kind of. He's got two super popular ones. It's Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead, I think, are his two biggest ones, I would probably say.
Yeah, that sounds about true. Though if you tell me there was actually a movie called Shawarma of the Dead, I would believe you.
Well, but the important thing is that Dawn of the Dead is one of my favorite horror movie quotes, actually. The pastor, and when he says, "When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth."
Oh, that's where it's from. Yeah, that's a killer line.
Oh yeah, and then they have it done in the remake as well, and it's such a great line to set atmosphere for a zombie film. And you always have doomsayers, but it's rarely the priest.
The guy whose job is to maintain hope. When that
Yeah,
guy
he's
goes,
supposed to
give up.
comfort you, like in Zomboid, the pastor that was comes on the radio.
Oh yeah, the one that gives you a massive amount of terror if you listen to it.
Yeah, Zomboid is probably the best zombie game that's been made, frankly.
Truth yes. The only time they've died is when we are stupid and that
Yeah,
humans
but
take the wheel.
it gets the atmosphere of the zombie apoc proper. Like you have
Exactly.
games like Dead Rising or Resident Evil. Dead Rising is obviously more humorous. Resident Evil is the first three, which I don't consider four a zombie. I consider it not a zombie game after four, except for when it returned to its roots with Outbreak for some reason, the multiplayer one. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I don't consider the Resident Evils like zombie horror. I consider it more survival horror. Especially when it hit four, it like became an actually even in three it started becoming an action game. You can see it how Joe gets the automatic assault rifle and all that
Actually, this
stuff.
is, I think, a good way to put it. It became more Dead Space and Resident Evil.
Dead Space not a zombie game, but still terrifying.
Oh yeah, it just looks gross, but you have so much power in that game. You can aim well.
But back to the point, zombie is a medium which I feel like you can't really revolutionize too much,
While still maintaining the main point. Agreed.
while still maintaining the main point.
I mean, look at what happened to what he did after he took away Star Wars at the end for some reason.
Well, the problem is I watch a zombie movie to see the humans and the zombies, and it always devolves into humans versus humans. Which I get it. I get it. I get that's where it goes. But zombies almost become like in Walking Dead for a couple seasons, zombies are an afterthought.
Yeah, the zombies kind of just become like equivalent to a possum eating your trash.
I get it because zombies are a one-dimensional villain. And many people, I'm not really me, but many people want a villain they can focus on. So that's why in Walking Dead you always had to have the governor or Negan, or you always had to have a particular villain, Shane, in the earlier seasons.
Yeah, introducing a zombie mastermind that can talk. I always hate when they do that. There's some movie that happened in Las Vegas. The zombie was riding a talking horse. Like, what?
It's well, you know what, and there are people who disagree with this, but the problem is when you're just trying to make a cool zombie movie, if you don't, I feel like all movies need a message, and if you don't have a message, you have yeah, that was cool, and I'll rewatch it because it's cool, but it gets lost. And there are people who say that art doesn't need a message. All art needs a message. I'm not saying all art is political or religious or anything like that, but all art needs a message of some kind. It needs a point.
Agreed. I'd rather not
Like,
just watch an insane person go nuts in a canvas. I want an insane person with something to say.
why? I'm just a friendly, I'm a silly little guy.